happening now.
It's 6:30 and you are looking live in the gymnasium of Onondaga Central. They got a big game tonight with Dolgeville, and we're there live for Friday Morning Lights.
From WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station, you're watching the Morning News.
I'm Dan Cummings. It's a Friday. Good morning. Lindsay Rachel's in studio with me. We're having fun, aren't we?
It was so much fun. I think they're having more fun.
Where's that? Down in Tiger Valley along Route 99?
Yes.
I think so. Let's go live now to Kate Thornton and Jen Sanders and Josh Martin all together in the gymnasium.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We're sharing a mic this morning. We have a future meteorologist right here, right?
He was like, he knows what the weather is.
Today's weather is going to be a high of 57. A lot of raining touchdowns, so you might want to come up for this show, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. A raining touchdown. I like it.
I like it.
These guys are giving us energy this morning.
You don't have to worry about rain tonight, guys. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be cold. That's all right. You guys are going to be running all over your competitors tonight.
All right, 6:36, Friday Morning Lights at OCS. You know, when I think of Onondaga Central alums, I think, of course, David Muir and Mike Hart and Latavius Murray. Oh, and then there's Josh Martin. He's right now live with the head football coach, his former coach at OCS. Come on in, Josh.
Dan, good morning. You're right. I'm with the man I know as coach. This is Steve Lewis, head coach of the Onondaga Central Tigers team. Coach, talk to me about your season so far. We're 2-2, about halfway through the year.
Still out here, OCS, for Friday Morning Lights. Right now we have the cross-country team. They've been hanging with us all morning, and they are looking good. All smiles this morning, which is always a good thing. So you have a huge, huge meet coming up.
Yeah, it's called the Manhattan College Invitational.
All right, let's go back live to OCS Onondaga Central. It's Friday Morning Lights. Hi, guys.
Yeah, hey, good morning. Oh my gosh, it has been a fun morning here, hanging out with OCS. We got the cheerleaders still here, the football team. We talked to the soccer, we talked to cross country, all the fall sports.
Yeah.
The bigger thing though, weather. Well, maybe not bigger, but you know, today the rain we're pretty much done with, which is great. It is going to get cold tonight. We're looking at our first area of frost tomorrow morning, and then we'll have sunshine tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Josh Martin's been hanging with us. Who is the winner for tonight's game?
Well, I mean, I'm OCS alum class of 2010. Was there any doubt?
From WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station, you're watching the Morning News.
And a good morning to you. I'm Jennifer Sanders at 6:30.
And good morning to all of you. And kids have a day off of school, and Kate, there's a good reason for it, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I know my phone was blowing up with my daughter's school being closed and everything. So chances are your kid's school is closed today. And you know what's nice? We're getting the snow today, and it's sticking around this weekend to go have fun in it. Good morning, Lindsay. I believe you're in Fulton still. Things are definitely very snowy up there.
Yeah, within the last half hour, we've transitioned to a bit of a snow globe. We have big, wet snowflakes falling now, and you can see the roadway, the intersection. We're just off of East Broadway Street, and the intersection here is turning a little bit wider. The plows have been going through, but now their problem is going to be kind of the keep-up game to the heavy snow that we're going to be seeing. What you need to keep in mind, even if the roads look wet, our temperatures are at or below freezing, so that wet road could actually be icy. We're changing precipitation throughout the morning. So something else to keep in mind is we have been seeing that freezing rain. Take a look down here. Some roads could be looking snowy, but underneath that snow is ice. So you're going to need to take it slow this morning. No need to rush to get around. Plows are going to continue to do what they need to do to keep the roadways safe. Keep up to date with your forecast, the radar, the timecast, all online. But Kate will have your hour-by-hour forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Live in Fulton, Lindsay Rachel, News Channel 9.
The State Fair in February, yes, they call it the Winter Fair, returning to the Expo Center this weekend on the State Fairgrounds.
All right, News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc is there. This is the year for this event. Last year, there was about 25,000 people taking part. Julia is joining us now live to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan and Jennifer. We are on one of the rides this year, the most popular slide here. We have lots of new rides this year, lots of new food, new things going on. And here to tell us all about it, Alan LaVenture, who is the associate promoter here. Now tell us, what can people expect that's different from last year's winter fair? The fair is running from today, Friday, through Sunday. You can come here, go on the rides. We're going to take a ride right now on this slide. Are you ready, Alan?
Ready? One.
Here we go. See you later, Dan and Jennifer.
Oh, Nelly.
I was just about to say, and she sticks the landing. Nope, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's okay. They're okay. Yeah, that last one was a little
good.
Bumpy. That's great. Love it.
Oh, my
and you
goodness.
will too. Winter Fair. Well, it might have been a record turnout anyway. Because of the pandemic, though, so many people voted by absentee mail-in ballots. This year brought out more of those absentees, more voters overall, and more voter registrations than we've seen in quite some time.
And some of them still need to be counted. News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc joins us now live from the Onondaga County Board of Elections, where many votes are in. Julia, good morning.
Good morning, Dan and Nicole. Well, something a lot of candidates can agree on this morning. They're liking what they've been seeing at the polls over the past couple of weeks when it comes to early voting.
All right, Julia, thank you. The 24th congressional race, that is one of the most talked about, not only here in central New York, but all across the state. And right now, Katko, he's up about 55,000 votes, and about 70,000 absentees still need to be counted, but it might not be enough for Dana Balter. We'll look at the numbers now in Onondaga County. Right now, she has 42% of the votes, while Katko takes the lead in Onondaga County, sitting at 54%. In Cayuga County, 31% of the votes right now are going to Dana Balter, with 66 going to Katko. A similar story when we look at Oswego County, where Katko leads 66% to 29 for Dana Balter, and in Wayne County, 68% for John Katko, 28 for Dana Balter. Again, 70,000 absentees still to count, but when you look at the numbers, it might not be enough for Dana Balter to come through.
Probably not enough to break her way, Nicole, to overtake Katko's lead. However, it's much different in a state Senate race, where the Republicans are hopeful that their challenger will win the day after all of the absentees are counted. Last night, the GOP folks gathered at the Embassy Suites near Destiny USA on Hiawatha Boulevard. They were looking at these numbers from yesterday's voting, combining yesterday's machine votes and the early voting. Republican Angie Renna is up on John Mannion by about 7,000 votes, but there are several thousand absentees out in the 50 state Senate race. 6:31, our top story, another stream of racist threats and graffiti taking place over the weekend at Syracuse University, and now several investigations are underway on campus. Since last Thursday, there have been at least 7 separate incidents involving racial slurs and/or graffiti on and around the university. Saturday night, Chancellor Kent Syverud said those threats became verbal harassment, and now all fraternities at SU are seeing a direct consequence. News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc joins us now live in studio. So Julia, first of all, what happened on Saturday night?
Well, Dan, Chancellor Kent Syverud sent a memo to students this weekend saying a female African-American student on Saturday was verbally harassed near College Place by a group of students and visitors.
The Syracuse chapter of the NAACP was on campus last night speaking to student protesters over these racial issues. They brought them food and water, and the president of the local chapter, Linda Brown Robinson, tells us that the chapter has the students' backs, and as long as both they and the university follow the law, they'll be supported and hopefully come to what she calls an amicable solution. Brown Robinson also has a message for those behind the racial incidents.
In what age and what day and what time do you think this is acceptable to call people names? And if you really felt that way, you'd come out underneath the mask and show yourself. Don't be a coward about this, because that's what they are. They're cowards.
The president of the local NAACP also says she's invited students to sit in on NAACP meetings and join the group. It's hitting closer to home now. As you know, the first case of coronavirus now confirmed down in Manhattan. The governor told us yesterday we can expect more cases, perhaps statewide. So we've got a lot of questions, and we know you do, about COVID-19, its severity, how to protect yourself, and just how treatable it is.
Yeah, and right now we are joined by Dr. Stephen Thomas from Upstate University Hospital to answer some of those questions. You've been very busy, really informing us and keeping us informed about this. So let's talk about how hospitals here locally are really preparing to help help Central New Yorkers and keep them safe?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the first thing people should know is that hospitals at baseline have preparedness plans for all sorts of eventualities, floods, issues like that. So what they do is they take these preparedness plans, and then when there is a new threat like COVID-19, then they build out that plan to make it specific for whatever the threat might be. So in our case, we're trying to come up with processes and systems for, one, how we can identify people that may potentially have been infected, how we can have those people access the medical system without overrunning the medical system, and then how we can protect other patients and staff while we are treating people with COVID-19.
Well, we appreciate the context you've provided for us here this morning. Dr. Stephen Thomas from Upstate University Hospital. We're back after this.